Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Bill Williams, Atlanta, Georgia. We are just 3 minutes away from beginning our presentation tonight and looking forward to meeting with you guys. Looking forward to having a good time. We've got people starting to come on now. It's supposed to be a 7 o'clock start. We tried a new hour this week to get people up a little earlier so they can finish a little earlier and catch more of the Netflix that they want to watch tonight. Is that it? Hey, I know the West Coast, you might still be working, but that's okay. We're going to record this. It's live on YouTube, and we're talking about some pretty special things today. What I found out this week is that there's some special things that are being announced. We're going to tell you a little bit about those things tonight beyond what's going on traditionally. I can't tell you everything because this is a guest webinar, but I'll tell you what, it's an exciting time to be an OnPassive. It's an exciting time to be a founder. And we're talking tonight primarily to people who are not founders, but there may be some that are. And founders will be glad to talk with you at the end, but we'll address the guests mostly tonight. If you're a guest, hang on. This is going to really rock your world, what you're going to find out. And we're 1 minute away from starting, so glad that we're seeing people piling in. And when these guys are here, people from all around the world, I see. We've got people in Europe, people over in Far East, Africa, as well as the US and Canada joining us tonight. So welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Bill Williams, and I am part of OnPassive Leadership Council. That means that we have been charged with kind of shepherding through some of the information to spread it out from Ash, the CEO, to all the people around the world. And we have 4 different groups who have been a part of the Leadership Council over the 3 years. And we're just about to inaugurate the 4th one. But I've been in the 2nd and 3rd one, 3rd group's Leadership Council. And it's been a good ride, a good time. We went live. So you see up above, Founders Live at this moment. Only 10, 11 days ago, we went live on the 29th of last month. That means that after 3 years, we finally went live and started to put things out for the founders to use and see. We added 2 or 3 products immediately, and then we're putting another one in, maybe 2 tomorrow, and it moves forward every week. More products get put in. We've got a lot of products to lay out in front of everybody to see. So it's an exciting time. If you're a member, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you'll find out in just a minute. So let us get started. I want to go over and share my screen. If I can do that, then I'll have a presentation to show you guys. Of course, the topic today is to build wealth and earn cash flow with no obligation to sell anything. That's kind of a topic that brings people in. People want to make more money. People want to store the wealth and earn cash flow, particularly if they don't have to spend time and energy doing it, which is what we're talking about. You can join and have cash flow come to you without actually doing anything. That means you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to recruit people. You don't have to actually open a business and sell something. You basically are going to have the company do it for you. So I call that the perfect M.S.I, multiple source of income. We'll be talking about that exactly all night long. We hope to go about an hour tonight, maybe less. So then we'll save time for Q&As to make it a full hour if you'd like. My name is Dr. Bill Williams. I'm 46 years into the practice of dentistry, and I still practice, coach. I am a consultant, clinician, travel around the world teaching other dentists how to be better dentists. I studied marketing under J. Conrad Levinson and got certified as a guerrilla marketing instructor. I wrote 2 books on how to be a better dentist, and they are the basis of what I teach in my mastermind, which is the 5M mastermind. So these things I've done, and I believe in creating opportunities for people to join into successful ventures. And that's kind of what this is. It's a very successful venture. When I was teaching my dentist, I wanted to teach them something very valuable that they could take from me to do back at their practice. And so I looked around to see exactly what I was doing that was significantly different from other dentists, and what could I teach them. And what it turned out to be was I was consistently productive. And over the years, I was able to produce an average of over $10,000 a day in my practice, when the average dentist was doing about $3,000 to $5,000. And so the formula for doing that is something I could teach people. And so as I went through and taught my dentists in their masterminds, every dentist that I started teaching and implemented the system actually was able to increase their productivity. And that concept can roll over into any other profession, any other task or job, if you apply the same principles. And so I looked at OnPassive and I said, they're already implementing some of the same principles that I was teaching my dentist. And so I know that OnPassive is going to be magnificently effective and efficient at getting the job done and getting the results that they say they will get. So I've already seen it work in a different profession. So I know Ash McFarth is going to make it happen in this profession. And so right now we're rolling out the systems to the public to be able to look at them. So that's where we are right now. Now, if you want to get off the treadmill, if you want to get rid of the golden handcuffs that hold you to your job, you're making good money, but you can't leave it because your income will stop. Well, this is the opportunity to make money without having to do that job. This will come to you automatically. It's a huge opportunity. So if your primary income is your main hub of income, how do you fill in the blanks to get those multiple sources of income? What do you do? And I would suggest that it's possible to double your income if you add an M.S.I, or to replace your current income if you don't want to keep working and just make the same amount or more as time goes on. That's what this is about, is growing income over time. And what you do with it, well, we'll talk about that too. OnPassive is the name of the company. It's a multiple source of passive income that's possible. When we talk about it, we'll talk about the active income production and the passive income production. You can do both in OnPassive. There are many different things that are going to be able to be plugged into that wheel to put into the multiple source of income. You will be able to build wealth. You will be able to earn cash flow quite rapidly and quite soon with OnPassive. So let's talk a bit about exactly what is this company and what is this webinar about today. OnPassive is the company. Its creator is Ash McFarth. We're going to talk about him, who he is, where he came from. The products, we'll name a few, talk about a lot of them. We're not going to do a product demo today, but we're going to tell you why you need them and why you should become a founder. That's the main topic of this webinar tonight, is why you should be a founder. What are the benefits of being a founder, and how do you get started? So we'll cover all that in just a few more minutes. So what is exactly OnPassive? It's an international artificial intelligence information company with an office, the head office in Orlando, Florida, which I've been to Hyderabad, India, and Singapore. They just announced that the financial hub of OnPassive will be in Singapore. So we also have offices that are opening soon in Bangladesh. So we're all around the world, and we're growing. We have the total internet business solution for anybody that has interest on working online. We have a done-for-you platform. It's all put together, and you don't have to make it. You don't have to put it together, plug it together, sew it together. It's all done for you. It's the perfect wealth creation and cash flow vehicle for anyone. So here's a picture of the offices in Orlando where I visited, and in Hyderabad where they have 600 or 700 technical engineers at work currently building the products, testing them, getting them ready for us to share to the world. Our CEO is Mr. Ash Mufareh, who has a master's in information technology. He's the founder. He's been in the business of the internet and online marketing for 20 years plus. And he did study at Harvard. He did study online business creation. And he's a master at what he does, has many successes. What we found was that OnPassive is in the news all over the world already. And people are talking about it. It's a growing company at a rate faster than any company that's ever come along. And we'll be talking about the unicorn status, which is $1 billion company when it launches. When I met with Ash, we strategized on some ideas related to the medical profession and how we could join forces with, there's 30 million doctors in the world. And we joined force with a group that is trying to unite all 30 million doctors with all the users of the internet. And when we talk about those forces, the best IT minds, the best medical minds in the world, we came up with some pretty interesting concept. So I want to go over with you this model that we're talking about. The model, it's got two parts. One is we provide a platform for those with a current business so they can become more successful. And that's originally why I got involved, was so I could use the marketing expertise, which is exquisite. I could use that to grow my business that I had online and also my dental practice. And then the other part was we provide to those who have no business or success online in marketing a plug-and-play system that guarantees their success with no effort needed on their part. So there's the A and B part, those who have a business, those who don't have a business. You'll be successful either way using the online OnPassive products. So we help you obtain abundance by generating cash flow and creating wealth in either one of those two situations. That basically fits everybody in the world, whether you're a high school student looking to find something to do, maybe you're a CEO of a company and you want to have a side gig. Maybe you want to be a homemaker and you want to create an income by still staying at home. These are the people that are all looking at OnPassive. Now, what products have we got already put in front of the public where people know what they are? We've identified 20 here, and we have 50 total, and we've already rolled out 4, 5, 6 this week. So we're talking about online learning, e-systems with O'Cademy, O-Mail, which was going to be a complete mail system, O-Post, which is a mass mailing system, O-Capture, O-Virtual, virtual private network. O-Connect will be something like just what we're looking at right now, Zoom, something that will be live presentations. O-Wallet will be a digital wallet. O-Create will make websites for us and create them, run them, do the SEO, and change them up and make them new every day. So all this is automated. You don't have to do any of it yourself. And it goes on and on. We'll have accounting programs, shopping programs. We'll have a social media. We'll have chatbots. We'll have funnels, CRM. Everything you need is going to be available. If it's possibly needed, we're going to have it. You might say, well, I don't know any of those, but do you know these? These are the people that we'll be competing against, taking business from, working alongside. You know, some of the people on this call probably use most or half of these products. I do myself right now. These are major products around the world in the areas that we're going to have a competitor in that group. We're going to have something that'll go against Gmail and Zoom and ClickFunnels and GoDaddy. I mean, we'll have the whole ability to choose a URL and host with our product called ODomain. So we'll just go through these, and you'll be able to see that all the things you need in internet marketing are going to be under one umbrella with OnPassive. Everything that we have will be for one low fee. So you're going to start to see some of the differentiation right there. They sell, all those other people sell theirs individually as single standalone products. We're going to bundle all of ours together for those who want the bundle, and it's going to be a lower price. We have one single sign-on for every product. You get in one, you're in all of them. So you don't have to sign in to every time you want to go into your accounting program or you want to go into your processor, your digital imaging, all of the photoshopping and all the things that we can do will be one single sign-on. All this is going to be integrated together, and it's going to be on one dashboard, and we're going to have artificial intelligence running in the background, tying things together, learning and improving things as we go. It's a system that's not been done before. So the reason we're going to have a V for victory is we have variety, a lot of products. We have volume, means we have a ton of customers coming in due to our marketing expertise, and we have value. The value is in the low price and high quality of what we offer for that low price. So with that variety plus volume plus value, there's nothing that can compete with us. Not a single company in the world has anything like what we're doing right now. OnPassive unique products are all done for you solutions. There's no recruiting or converting of leads needed to be successful. There's guaranteed traffic to every one of the websites that they build, and they convert for you and follow up for you. The proprietary technology is developed with artificial intelligence at the core, and we manage all the customer support. You don't have to sell something and then tell people how to run it, train them, or anything. That's all done for you. All the tools you need for success will be included, and everything's accessible, as I said, with one login, one password. It's totally self-funded, which I think is the most important part for the founders, is to understand that once you get in and pay your initial fee and startup amount, there's no more cost to you lifetime. So we're talking about a small amount to get in and large residual income to be had as a founder. So you might ask, where do these patients, I'm a dentist, where do these customers come from? Well, they come from people that are already using other products, or maybe we'll show them products that they've never heard of, and they'll be using them brand new. But right now, they're using these other products, and they're going to come from those products when they see ours, because it'll be less expensive, more elegant, easier to use, and it's going to be all tied together with all the other products. And so, say if somebody's using GoFundMe or Kickstarter, they're going to use our Obless so they can raise funds. And one of the key differences is we don't charge any percentage of the money donated. So if they want to start up a charity and they don't want to give away 30% to a fundraising group, well, they can go through Obless and get everything at 100% go into the charity. That's just an example of how much better our concept of e-commerce and helping people work online is over what's out there. We'll have QuickBooks, something to compete with them called accounting. And here's an example that I want to share with you. Take this $400 billion market total of these 11 products, and you look at what they are and what they do. And if you understand that HRM, human resource management, is a $17 billion business, we could take part of that market share with OStaff. If you realize that the online education business is a $200 billion business, and you've heard of Udemy, well, we can have Academy, which will take a large part of that business, because we're going to have things that they don't have. We know what they have, we know what we have, and we know that we have better things coming up to be offered to the public. Video conferencing the same way, email marketing, domain and web hosting. It's going to go right down the line. $400 billion market. We'll take a large market share right off the bat. Now, this is just 11 products that I show you. We have 50 products. And so we probably have $1 trillion market that we could move into right away. One thing that people don't really realize is that the traffic that we can generate will be superior. That traffic is, as far as biggest and most significant Jim brings to the table. That's what his expertise is for the last 20 years, generating traffic. And so what we can do, we can take the traffic like Facebook and Google have on their websites, and they'll sell advertising to create traffic for people that want to sell things, right? Well, we will be just like them, selling traffic to people to come to our customer base. And that's going to generate hundreds of millions of dollars of income each year. And so you're going to find that we're going to enter that market and become just like Facebook and Google in that respect. So I think you should hold your horses and get ready to race. Imagine this. What if you had a funding solution for any cause, any charity or startup company? Doesn't have to be a nonprofit. Anything that you want to start up, you could ask for donations or people to invest and pay it forward type of a situation. And people could help you get going, and you would be able to get that started at no cost to you. We have a digital wallet that puts immediate payment. The same moment that you have a sale, it goes into your wallet. It doesn't have to be sitting around in a place for 20 days, 30 days, a month. You can have it right away when there's a sale made. There's unlimited residual passive income paid out every day. The top marketing automation is all done for you. The guaranteed visitors and conversions into customers are done for you. And the breakthrough products for automation for financial freedom are created for you already. All you have to do is be a member, and you just have them run in your name on your website that they build for you. So I tell you what, if you join, you will be so glad that you got associated with something that is far more advanced. We say 5 years advanced over the rest of the market. The reason is we have artificial intelligence, and we're changing the world of digital marketing through the use of artificial intelligence and that targeted marketing. We will have better conversions because of the targeted marketing, and we'll have more people saying yes to our products because of the value that we have for them. So we always say this: the future is absolutely here. Our done-for-you system is done effortlessly. It'll build your base, grow your income, provide over 50 in-demand products and services, and that's going to be growing every year. That's not a one-time thing. We're going to grow more products, and if you need it, we'll build it. It's kind of the word Ash says. We're not going to be static and have 50 products and lean on those as our income center for the next 20 years. No, we'll be putting 10, 15, 20 products into place every year, probably for the rest of the time. And there'll be mostly software products, but I hear there are going to be some physical products in the future too. So you can stand by for some interesting announcements on that. We're going to automatically send traffic to your website, seamlessly follow up with leads, and convert them so that they become your OnPassive base. Once they're in your base, they don't get transferred to somebody else. They're in your base for life. We will manage all the customer support and provide a system that enables maximum customer retention. Now, let me talk about customer retention there, because that's pretty important that you understand that once people start using OnPassive, it's going to be so lucrative to them because we pay them to use the products. There's a system built in to where a customer can become a reseller and get income from just using the products without actually doing anything other than saying, I want to be a reseller. And so that's a major advance in economic theory. And I've often said, I think Ash Mufareh may win the Nobel Prize for economics, if not the Peace Prize for the world, just because he's going to change the way we do business online, totally change it. And it may be because of this customer retention strategy that he has. Are we growing? Yes, we are. In the last 3 years since we started, we've reached 1,083,000 as of December. Now, when I got involved, it was about March of 2020, and we had 67,000 people. So you can see how fast it started growing. It's picking up speed every year. And they started off with a small concept that they would be a marketing company, and they morphed into a total internet solution after about a year of building on that that idea. And by the time 2019 came, they had 10,000 people involved as founders. And it just kept growing. And every month we hear a new thing that's being added. So it's getting better as we go. And now we're over 1 million. And our goal has been somewhere in the range of 1 million. So we're there and we're right where we want to be at the point where we're fixing to launch. And that's exactly what's happening this week. Now, M.S.I, this is the one that created OnPassive, and like Mark, Elon, Steve, and Jeff, he's pretty impressive in what he's done. But I think it's more impressive if you understand what Ash has got planned for the money that's going to be made in OnPassive. You know, unlike the guys down below who are trillionaires and multi-billionaires, Ash is going to share it with all the founders, not just keep it himself. His family and he have funded this entire thing and have made this possible. But his goal is not to become the most wealthy person on the planet. His goal is to create 1 million millionaires and to have 1 million Mother Teresas who are doing good around the world. And so he's got a far different outlook on how he wants to share the wealth. And we're offering people tonight to come in. Anyone who's a founder can come in and get on that gravy train and become one of those 1 million millionaires. And that will happen for most everybody that joins. So we talk about a founder. Let's talk about what the best choice is. You know, get in now, be a founder, wait later, be a customer. You know, you have a choice. Someone who joins before the official global launch is a founder, and they pay a founder's fee, a very small fee. Upon launch, they will automatically become a customer and a reseller so that they never have to sell anything. That's the key thing. You don't have to sell something to win in this particular company. You have the ability, though, to pre-build your customer base by telling people about it, sharing about it. And traditionally, what that means is that you'll have people at the launch point starting to use the products and become customers in your group. And so when your group has a size to it, then your income builds faster. We have a full compensation plan for building wealth and cash flow, which includes overrides. That means everybody who comes in, referred people that come in, you get some credit for that all the way down the line. So it's very possible to do very well with this company. Now, a customer is one that's in the general public that buy one or more products, but they're not buying the full suite. That's the thing. So that's okay. They do that. If you're a reseller, that's going to be a pretty good situation. It's a customer who buys the full suite of products and they receive the targeted traffic. You know, you're purchasing traffic when you're a reseller or a founder, because that's part of what drives people to your website. The reseller license has the ability to also receive overrides. And so you're going to have a wealth building vehicle for people, even though they don't become founders. But the founders have a far better deal. And that's what you should look at as a choice. Founders are positions, and they're like, you can have as many as you want, founder positions. And you can have other founders put in your group, in your base, before the VIP launch. Now, I want to also mention that founders can add more founders themselves. You can invite people. And if you have 3 founder positions, it would triple your income. If you have 3 founders you bring in under you, then that would triple your income. So the more you have to start, the more you end up with in the end. And that's just simple arithmetic. A customer can be placed in your base, and they could become an income center forever. When they have a monthly residual payment that they make to stay with the program, well, you get a piece of that. Now, if you get 3 or 4 put in by OnPassive every couple of months, they're going to add up over time. And so we have a scenario where in 1 year, that could equal up to 729 customers added to your group. Now, our company overall has a goal to put in at least 100 million in the first year. Could be more, probably will be with the way they're growing. The global market is over 4.8 billion people that use the internet. So that's how many people can potentially come in. And each person can be in as a founder up until we say no more can become in. And that's one of the points of tonight's message is there's going to be a point where you can't be a founder any longer. We do have 50 products. There are going to be multiple ways to make income with those products. There'll be monthly subscription fees. People will pay per product. Each customer will pay a monthly subscription. Resellers will be working to build the business. They'll be hiring other resellers to work under them. And so you'll have networks develop, and you'll have ad sales, like I said, on Facebook or on Google that will be mimicking those techniques, where OnPassive will have ad sales on their network. We have big networks that we'll be using, and people will buy ads and pay us to go in front of our customers. So let's give you an example of how this might look. Founder positions, if you had one, you pay your money, you have one customer, and you'll have a chance to buy one of 50 products. So that gives you a total income center, total of choices of 50. And that's going to give you income if people buy one or all of those products. Same analogy as if you had one store with one customer coming and walking up to the store, and you were selling one product like umbrellas. That's going to be a shop that's going to have to do a lot of work, do a lot of advertising if they're going to be very successful. If one customer could buy 20 umbrellas, yeah, but that's not going to happen every day. You could have one product that people like, but most people might not need an umbrella, especially if it doesn't rain very much. And so if you look at the concept, it's better to have more than one customer come and buy and you have more than one product. So we have multiple customers being added every month, and we have multiple products being added every year. And that gives us total income centers far more when we start out than a lot of companies. Just Zoom has how many products? They have Zoom. That's about it. We're going to have 50 products, and Zoom has one product. We're going to have many customers. We're going to have as many customers as Zoom one day. So you'll be looking at lots and lots of income centers as we grow. Now, what if you go a whole year adding 3 customers to 3 customers to 3 customers, and everything that starts multiplying? You'll have 729 customers in that first year. But that gives you a total number of income centers far more, 36,000. And that means that you've got chances to look like a Walmart. You'll have a big store with a lot of customers and a lot of products on the shelf. That's the concept of OnPassive. When you have more than one store, though, it even starts to multiply faster and better. What if you had 3 Walmarts, customers coming in all the time with products on every shelf? You've got hundreds of thousands of different income centers where people could potentially buy something. And as you go along, you see that multiple store idea grows nationally, internationally. Millions of customers will see our products. Hundreds of products will be developed over time. And the number is just endless because we have not brick and mortar stores, but we have online stores. And so we can have millions of stores. We'll have hundreds of millions of eyes looking at these products. And as we said, if we need it, we'll build it, meaning that there's no end to the number of products that we could have. Eventually, there's an unlimited income. I like to show a picture of what makes it happen. How fast can you go? Can you get to the goal that you set? Remember, I said in the very beginning, a $10,000 a day dentist was a concept I used to teach, that they could produce $10,000 a day. Well, I think you could actually have an income of $10,000 a day, $10,000 a month, $10,000 a year. You have to pick your time based on how many income centers people take you up on, right? How many customers come in the door, how many products you have to sell. So look at it this way. If you had a founder position and you had one, then it might take a while to get to a certain goal. If you had 3 founder positions, 3 stores, it'd take you less time. If you had 10 founder positions, it'd take you even less time. So the idea is the more founder positions you own, the faster you get to your goal. the more customers that come into your store, the faster you get to your goal. The more products on the shelf that you can sell that attract more people, the more chances are you'll get to your goal faster. So this is just a disclaimer, because this is not any guarantee. So I want to read this. These are not actual figures or components of the OnPassive pay plan or a funding structure. They're designed to give you an idea of what's possible. Earnings will vary greatly depending on the individual effort and income amounts, and they in no way serve as a guarantee of income. This entire exercise is meant to spur your imagination and inspire bigger dreams. And I think you can see that any combination will give you a better result. Will your compensation continue to grow every month? I believe it will. Will you eventually get to that goal, whatever you set, 10,000 a month, 10,000 a day? Yes, I think it's highly likely it could. No guarantee, but I think you could reach that goal. And I intend to, and I know a lot of people that I've talked to intend to be seeing that within the first year in OnPassive, as long as they have done some work ahead of time. In this time, I would say that there's no limit to what you can make. There's no cap or income potential point where you can't go over. If you said you wanted to make $1 million a year in this business, you could. If you wanted to just make, $50 a day in this business, you could. So there's nobody who's going to tell you that you can only make up to a certain amount. And that's a good point. That's a good thing, that we really feel like everybody has a level playing field. People starting off don't have any better opportunity than people that get in just today. And that's because you can build a group on your own, or you can go over a period of time, several years, and have a big group as big as the people today. The journey to becoming the next unicorn company, a $1 billion company, has already really happened, because we're already worth $10 billion. If you look at everything that's going on with the number of founders, with the income that we have pledged to put in, and what we're going to be doing. So we are already privately owned and debt-free, and we're already valued at $10 billion if you look at what's going to happen in the first year. Let's kind of give you the timeline of where we are, because we've already moved along this timeline in the time since I put this presentation together. Today, you can join still for $97. That's the founder fee. The VIP launch is imminent, and we would almost say, yes, we're in the VIP launch right now. The founder position price will increase soon, and the beta test products has already begun, and the founders will earn a bonus soon. And so we're right there at that point where we're fixing to do the VIP launch. The global launch, which is the time where we go to the general public, is where we pay the initial activation fee, which is approximately $200 to $300. The founder position will be closed before or at the global launch. There won't be any more founders. So what we need to know is founders pay only once to join, and once an activation fee of about $250. You can buy as many founders positions as you want. Some people have 1, some people have 50, some have 10, some have 20. So it just depends on what you like. And the ultimate M.S.I options are that OnPassive is here and it's ready to roll. We're right here at this point. We're finished with the pre-launch, and we're in the soft launch. And the time where we actually start to have a fee increase and start to earn bonuses is just that far away. And we're already starting to see the products, and we're already starting to use the products. And so we're beta testing right now. And so just a couple of interesting things that are happening, because we've gotten so far along and the people in Hyderabad have done so well. Ashmi Farah, the CEO, has been giving away gifts to the tech team for development. And so we've given away automobiles and scooters, motorcycles, iPads, computers. And there's a lot of people winning a lot of prizes because they've done so well and because they have outstanding results. You can completely run your entire whole business online, everything on autopilot, and it's all done for you. I mean, everything you need the advertising, the marketing, the leads, the signups, the recruiting, the team building is done. It's the best opportunity going right now. I want to thank you for viewing, and we are a movement that's moving towards a better world for everyone. And because Ash has set this up, it's going to be a blessing to many, because once we have enough to live on, then we're going to be able to share a lot of the extra leftover with people in ways that we've never been able to in the past. And that's what drives a lot of people once they get into OnPassive, to look beyond themselves and look at others and go, how can I help them? And so we want no one to be left behind. We want every founder to be successful and take care of their family. And then we want them to look around their community and see what's going on that is in need. And so that's why the wealth creation and the cash flow vehicle that we talk about is so exciting, because it's going to do more for the world than it will be doing just for the individual. You can enroll and become part of our team at jvgenius.com, enroll cash flow. So just write that down if you wish, and you could become part of the group. And I think within this week, we'll have another 4 or 5 products added. We're moving rapidly, adding the products, and Ash Mafar will tell us when the global launch will be soon. And once we go into that global launch, there's no more founder positions at all. And we've reached the number we need already. We don't need more founders. And we're taking a few more founders just to do the beta testing. So I want to encourage you to enroll if you can. If you're interested, get back in touch with people. If somebody sent you to this webinar, it's not me. Get back with the person that sent you this webinar, if they did, and enroll with their group. And you will have more friends. You know what to do with all of this. So I want to thank you for the attention to the slideshow. And now let's go ahead over and see if we can see questions and answers, and talk to anybody who'd like to for a while. We've got a good group here, and let's see where we are. If you want to raise your hand, I'll give you a chance to come on, okay? David, let's start with you. Copacetti, go ahead and unmute and come on board. Anybody else want to raise their hand? I'll be glad to bring you on and can ask questions and talk.
Good. Praise the Lord, sir. Good morning from India, the state of Andhra Pradesh.
Wonderful. Glad you're aboard.
Yes, Father. I thank you very much for a wonderful instruction about the businesses and everything. I wrote and I understood all the instructions, what that you are explaining, and everything is very clear. Because I have a very much interest to follow with you, but I don't have any businesses. I'm doing a large ministry by faith only, but we have 100 pastors are with us. We are doing at villages ministry by faith only, but we have interest to do that ministry. But we are looking for financing, and we have developed the church's constructions, and we have to support to the poor and everything. But we are praying with you, sir. So we have an interest to do the business, but we need a financial help to grow, to construct the churches, to help to do all these things. But we are looking for that, and we are praying with you, sir. But I have very much interest to work under your wings in India, the state of Andhra Pradesh, Kakkinada, Faith Fellowship Church Ministries, sir.
Well, thank you for that. Yeah, thank you for that, for attending, and thank you for that comment. We do have a product called Oh Bless as part of our program that we'll be unveiling in the next week or two. And that Oh Bless is meant exactly for people with nonprofits and churches and mosques and synagogues like yours. Those people that want to have donations will be able to put their nonprofit or their mission cause on Oh Bless and then get donations. And so it's important that you know what's coming. You'll have Income Center coming as being a member, and you'll also have the ability to raise funds from people around the world, not just in India, but you'll be able to put your needs out and attract people. I think it's very important for people to realize that a small investment in OnPassive will turn into a major income center that'll fund many, many orphanages, many, many churches, many, many feeding the homeless.
Yes, orphans.
This is exactly what you guys need. And you have to work independently in India or around the world to find a way to get to be a member of OnPassive. That's not free. You got a small amount, $97 and $250 to start. And that's your only payment you have to make. And so it may be wise to get a group of your folks together to go together to get a position that you can share the income and use of the product. Oh, bless when it comes out.
Yes, Father. Thanking you, Father. Thanking you, Father.
You're welcome. Glad you could be with us tonight. And any other questions now? I'll be glad to answer any questions before we go. No need to go close it up unless you have no questions. Tina or Tim, Tanya, Naomi, Colin, Chala, anybody else that would like to ask a question, I'm here. Glad to take a question from you. Anybody else? All right. Don't see any other questions. I'll go going once. Put a question in the chat box too if you'd like to. Going twice. Tomorrow, if you're a founder, we have a meeting with the CEO at 1:00 p.m. Eastern time. Everybody should know the announcement's been made across all of the OnPassive. So don't forget to log in to that. Yeah, and we're going to get a major announcement tomorrow on what's the next thing available. And hopefully it'll be exciting. Got some tips about some things it might be, but I'm not going to tell you. You got to show up to hear about it. Okay. Good talking to you guys, and I hope you have a very good weekend. It's Dr. Bill Williams signing off from OnPassive. Thank you so much.